All right, so we got a cold winter's morning here in Maryland. Today I have some logs I want to move from my parents' house where I'm at now over to my house that has a sawmill. You see the prize of the day is this guy. It's probably about 36, 37 inches chestnut oak log here. Fairly long. I don't know how long it is, but first order of business is to buck this into 8.5 foot sections. I'm going to drag it out and try to load it on the trailer I have here. We'll see how that works. These are going to be really heavy logs. This is really where you need something like a log arch trailer, but we're gonna give it a shot. And worst case we don't get that, we still have other logs to get. So I'm going to pan you around here. So a little fun fact: this is actually where I was thinking about. I'm setting up my sawmill at one time. I wasn't sure if the wife was going to let me set it up where I have it now, sort of near our house. So I was thinking of setting it up here over my mom's house, but the obvious issue is I don't live here, so that would have been really a bad decision. I would have had to drive all the way over here. I mean, granted, it's only 10 minutes away, but still, just to work on it or to get some logs out. So, yeah, I'm really glad I have it where I am. But because of that, I have some logs here. You can see are left over. So we have that big chestnut oak log. Actually, I have a decent sized red oak log here. And the rest, I believe, are red oak. You can see these are older logs, probably cut about 2 years ago. You see the bark's falling off. And it'd be interesting to see what we get out of these, because this is not, for red oak especially, this is not ideal to have them sit this long. Granted, they were off the ground, which I'm hoping is helping, but not thinking these would be good for live edge, but I'm hoping the heartwood is still intact. So you see we have 2, 4, 5 there, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got who knows how many of the big chestnut oaks there. 10. There's some other chestnut oak laying around here. It's actually about a 16-foot piece I'm going to have to cut down. And then, special thanks to my buddy Andrew. Let me borrow his dump trailer. He's let me borrow this trailer a number of times. Makes things so much easier. I can load them up here and load the logs up here, and then when I get to my place, I just use the dump bed to drop them. So, big shout out to him. Huge help. Don't know how I do it without that. So yeah, like I said, first order of business is take my 18-inch bar saw and try to cut this into sections. It's gonna be fun because it's the log's gonna be too big for the saw. I'm gonna have to obviously make a cut from each side and try to make them match up in the middle, which isn't the most fun, but anyway, that's what we're trying to do. We'll try to do the hardest thing first, which is get this log out and try to load it, and then we'll move on to the smaller logs, use those as cushions hopefully. All that wood is still good, even after it's been sitting here for 3 years. Beautiful. So I stuck a chain under there, so took care of that. So now, now I'm gonna try to drag that to the trailer, which should be the easy part. Hard part's gonna be lifting one end up. That is gonna be difficult, but we'll see what happens. Beautiful. Look at that cross section. An old tree for sure. Here's the contraption I got set up. I'm able to lift the one end of the log up that high, believe it or not. I'm hoping that's high enough to get the trailer underneath that edge. We'll back up as far as I can and try to scoot it on. Definitely not an ideal situation, but we'll see what happens. I cannot believe I got this in this trailer with only the tractor. Actually wedged in here pretty good. What I'm gonna put a log on either side because the last thing I want is to be driving down the road and have this roll because it could easily flip everything, the truck included. This thing really got loose, so I'm gonna drop a log on that side. One on this side, wedge everything in, close it up, and take this first run over. Could barely lift the one end up, but we got it going. Yesterday I was rushing a little bit, and this is why. We had some snow coming in. We're supposed to get about 6 to 10 inches of snow today and tonight. So I wanted to get the trailer back here, truck back here, as well as the tractor, so I can clear off my driveway and do all that fun stuff, bringing firewood. So I didn't want that stuck over at my mom's house. So anyway, you can see behind me the logs we got. Pretty impressive what we were able to get in just one day, but we'll take you through the inventory here of what exactly we brought over. These were all oak logs, different flavors of oak. So we'll start with the white oak. This log you didn't see me load. It's running out of daylight, but this is from the neighbor's tree. Believe it or not, this is a branch. This is not even the full-size tree, but this is, like I said, white oak. And this branch is 26 inches in diameter for the branch. That's a pretty wild piece. A lot of branches coming off of this branch. Yeah, 26 inches. Wood grain is actually really interesting. We had some compression figure in here, but overall it looks like a really nice piece, and really excited for the rest of this log. The next section up is has a crotch section about 58 inches. The smaller section, I'm guessing, is about 40 inches. So I'm gonna need to build one of those log arch trailers. I could barely move this piece, let alone the actual log and not the branch. But we cut that up here shortly. So next we'll go to chestnut oak, which is another flavor of white oak, but got one piece here, not too pretty. I think I'm gonna cut a 6x6 post out of this guy. It's 12 foot long and about 12 inches in diameter. I'd probably get one 6x6 and a couple of 1x12s out of that. This one was the first log I loaded, chestnut oak. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful log, very straight, small end. Small end is 27 inches, and the large end here is 37 inches. So 37 inches here, has a buttress shape to it here, and down there 27. And the other chestnut oak, also really beautiful. These two logs I'm super excited to saw up. .26" by 25, so very straight, doesn't neck down hardly any. The rest of this log was buried. I wasn't able to get it out in time, so we're gonna come back for that later, but I'm gonna try to quarter saw this. But yeah, absolutely really excited for these two. And the rest are white oak, or red oak rather. These are older red oak. Not sure what we'll get out of it. It'll be a experiment to say the least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That red oak's actually really heavy, the crotch section. And then 8 on the other side of that chestnut oak. 9, 10. So we got 10 red oak logs. We'll see what we can get out of that. 10 red oaks. Got what, 3 chestnut oak and 1 white oak. It's not bad for a day's work. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to let the snow fall and melt and all that exciting stuff, but once the snow's out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and stack these somewhere nicer, a little more organized, and we'll get to sawing them up in a later video.